Well, hey there, everyone. So, Valentine's Day is next Wednesday, so I figured for the holiday I would make a Valentine's Day dress. This is not a holiday I particularly care for, but I figured I would do something anyways. I'm just ready for that chocolate after the day after. So, yeah, pretty much what I'm gonna be doing. I didn't really have a vision for this dress when I was like thinking of making a Valentine's Day dress. So pretty much I came up with this idea. So I picked up this, I think it was like a table runner from Goodwill, and it was like massive and pink and had like lots of like lace and ruffles and whatnot. So basically I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna turn it into a dress. And since it is Valentine's Day, I'm gonna put like a massive heart right on the front of this bodice of the dress. I don't quite know if this is going to work, but we're gonna try and see what happens. So we're gonna start with the skirt today, which I generally don't do, but the skirt was the only vision I really had when I started this. So basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this large tablecloth and I'm going to cut it in half, hot dog style. Yeah, hot dog style, because it was a little too long if I had all of it, and then I wanted the little lacy bits to be at the bottom because then I wouldn't have to hem it, and it gets cute little like ruffled bottom. So yeah, the skirt is going to be super simple. So pretty much I have this massive strip. I'm just going to sew it right sides together so I have one seam. And then I'm just going to take my pleating foot and I'm just going to ruffle the living crap out of this skirt. And then I'm going to set it aside because I don't need to hem it or anything because the lace at the bottom already keeps it from fraying. So pretty much the skirt's done after those like 2 steps. So I'll see you in a little bit. So again, once this massive rectangle is cut out, we are basically just going to put it right sides together and just sew it down that one single line. Then after that, we're just going to pleat it and ruffle it, and then the skirt's pretty much done. Now for the bodice. So I did take, I believe, the Anna top from my Anna coronation dress, and I just adjusted that a little bit because it has a nice form for me. So basically to make this little heart piece is, so I took the front bodice piece of the Anna dress after I shortened everything and combined the back, and I drew, so it's cut on a fold, so I drew half a heart. So hopefully this works. So basically I drew half a heart and then I cut those pieces out, added seam allowance to the heart and to the rest of that front bodice piece, and then I would sew those together. So after I cut out all of the pieces, I can go ahead and start sewing things together. So again, the first thing that I'm going to do with the outer fabrics is I am going to take that heart and I'm going to like re-sew it back on to that front bodice piece. And then once that's done on both sides, then I can start sewing the 2 side fronts together and then the back pieces together. And then for the lining, I didn't do a heart piece for that. I just cut out that general shape of it and then sewed all those together. So I'm gonna see you after that. So you can see here that I literally just drew a heart on this front panel and I'm cutting it out, then I'm going to redraw it with seam allowance. And then the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to reattach the heart to this front piece. So we're basically just going to put it right sides together and sew it around it one side and then do the other side, and then the heart will be attached. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take the side front panels and sew them onto the middle front, then take the two back panels and sew them onto that, and then this is pretty much done, so do the same exact thing to the lining, and then we can move on to the next step. Now, once all those pieces are sewn together, I'm just going to take both the lining piece and the outer fabric piece and sew it together, right sides together, all the way along the top. And then after I clip all the edges and curves and whatnot, I can turn it right sides over and iron it down. Then I'm gonna just kind of roughly fit it to my body and then just measure how much I want to take it in on the side. And I'm just gonna go ahead and iron that down. I'm not gonna cut it or sew it or anything. I'm just gonna iron it so that I know where I need to put the zipper. So once I do that, I'm going to then add the bodice onto the skirt. So I took the skirt and I seam ripped about this much from the top so that I could fit a zipper there. So I'm gonna see you after that. So like usual, the skirt just needs a little more pleating than the pleating foot could do. So I just put the top in right sides together and I will evenly pin the skirt around the bodice, and then as I sew it, I'll just ruffle it as I go. So once the top is now added to the skirt, it is time to add the zipper. I did it very crappily, but just add a zipper. And then the last thing is the sleeves. So I was kind of back and forth on what I wanted to do the sleeves or if I even wanted sleeves, but once I put it on, I decided that I did. So I kind of had this idea, and so the bottom of this dress again has like the lacy bit. So I basically just cut out the length that I needed. And then, so I cut out about this much, and then I just trimmed away the fabric away from the lace, and that would keep it all from fraying. So pretty much that's all that I did for the sleeve, and then I just attached it to the inside of the front and the back bodice, and then the sleeve was done, and then the dress was done. So I'm gonna see you in the final look. Alright, well, here it is. I cannot believe that this heart actually kind of worked. Like, it actually kind of worked. I really was just going for it, and it kind of looks like a heart, so that's a win for me, personally. I think this dress overall turned out pretty cute. I don't generally wear, like, pinks often, so this is a big color for me. But I don't mind it here and there. I was a little back and forth on what I wanted the sleeves to be. If I wanted them at all, but then I put it on and I was like, yeah, I kind of need something to hold it up. So I think using like the remainder of like that little tablecloth ending made it really work, and it was super simple too. I didn't have to like really sew anything. I just had to sew it onto the dress. Nope. There's my stink. There's my little stink. Ready for this? But yeah, the twirl factor is incredible. I did try it with my little... You're taking my focus. I did try it with my little like tutu underneath, and I didn't like it actually. Usually I would, but I kind of liked it just with the skirt itself underneath. And now I have a cute little Valentine's Day dress that I'm not gonna use. You can be my Valentine. You can. You can be my little Valentine. But yeah, I figured I would do a little something for holiday, I suppose it's called. I don't quite enjoy the holiday, but I figured I might do something for it, so I don't hate it as much. Oh. I don't want you to be my Valentine anymore. You're mean. Yeah, I think the style turned out pretty cute. Just a little number. I don't know when or where I would ever wear this, but you know, that's not why I make things. Yeah, I also sewed this like incredibly fast. I didn't realize like how easy of a dress this would be. This literally took me like 3 hours total. Like, that was a really quick sew for me. I was just zoning. I was listening to the end of a book. Alright. I was listening to the end of a book that I just needed to get done, and I was just zoning, and I just made this. So if you liked this, then let me know. Let me know what you want to see more of. Happy Valentine's Day to those who celebrated. I'm excited for Singles Day, which comes after Valentine's Day, and that's when all the Valentine's candy is like 50% off at stores. That's what we're in it for. So, anywho to do, if you like what I did, go and like and subscribe. I post most Saturdays, mostly at noon, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you for watching!